So today we apparently have a special DM story. You were the DM, right?
No, I was a player, actually.
You were just a player.
Yes, it was Adventures League.
So,
not even an hour ago, actually. Not even a half hour ago, basically.
so this is the live.
This is I'm still digesting this, okay?
So, alright, so, he just comes knocking on my door, saying, Steve, you won't believe what happened. And he won't tell me until this is recording.
Well, he'll believe what happened, because it's not too outlandish, okay?
Alright, what happened?
Alright, we went to fight things in the cold lands, okay? We were a group of adventurers known as Olio. You've got me, Genric, the cleric of Moradin, Forge Domain. Nothing too advanced, his name is literally generic. Plan words. Next, we got Leah, who is the Gloomstalker Elf Ranger Extraordinaire. She is one of our highest DPS. Then, we have a great Tabaxi Bard. Sword Song Fogbow is his name, yes. Very long name. I have no idea why I thought his name had fiery swords in it. That's besides the point. Then, we had a monk. And he was a special edition, not our usual monk. He was a turtle. I believe 4 elements. Yes, 4 elements because he did fish and broken air. Lastly, we had our wood elf, Rin. And he was also a 4 elemental monk and the star of our story. I'm trying not to crack up too much.
Oh, no.
Start simple,
We
alright?
have a copycat character
Going
already.
around, no. He's one of our usual guys. The fact there was another 4 elements monk was just by chance, okay? Just by chance. In fact, my very first session, I encountered another dwarf who was a Forge Domain and a Hill Dwarf, the exact same thing as Genric. Different background, I believe, but still. That's besides the point and doesn't relate to the story. Jim, if you're still out there, we miss you. Okay. So, obviously we're going around. We gotta get access to a monastery. Not too hard. All we have to do is get there. Now, on our way there, we encounter not 1 boule, not 2, not 3, but 4 boules. Each with burrow shark riders. Now, burrow sharks are, I'd say, mini-boss level. And, well, we see them. I know it's going to be a tough fight because we've got a level 10, level 9, I'm level 8, and the kid's level 6. Oogway, the turtle monk, or his name is, it's Oogway backwards, but I can't pronounce that, I'm not going to do it right now, was level 8. He's fairly experienced. We're all fairly experienced except the kid. Now, you're thinking, this is where the story ends. Well, no, it's truly where it begins. So, initiative is rolled. And, I believe Leah went first. I might misremember this. She does her range thing. And then the kid's turn. Our little Rin.
Oh, no.
Now, when you have 4 creatures with heavy melee focused creatures, what is your instinct?
My instinct is
to run right into the middle of them. That's right. Run right into the middle of them.
What?
Yes. So, he got pounded harder than... Well, I'll keep it family friendly. He got pounded like a punching bag, let's be honest. He ran in, and now, I know what you're thinking. A lower level guy going into the fray of things. This will end well. Well, it didn't. It ended horribly.
And he's not like a cavalier that's supposed to jump in. He's a monk.
He doesn't have a mobile feat. He just dashes right up. And then they dash up to him. And they lay down a pain train on him. Now, Boudelaise, as you know, had a pounce thing. And they did a crap load of damage. So he's down in 2 turns. Oh. Actually, no, I believe the rider took him down. So it was less than a full round of combat occurred. He's already down and bleeding. So, you might be telling yourself, this is where the story ends.
It has to be.
No.
He's making saving throws.
No. So I go up and I save his ass. And I take a few hits. And I'm almost down halfway. In just one big ass pounce. Our team rallies though. We go through. Song, he throws spells. Leah, she's sniping headshots. She's taking the 100's mark and she's freaking penetrating like no tomorrow.
Fun.
And I am currently, I used freaking healing word as a bonus action to get his out on his ass. I tried to do some start, but they made all the wisdom saves for my spells. Luckily, Oogway was a badass for like the first round or two, and then he started rolling like shit. Oogway, I'm so sorry, man. All the stuff that happened with all your misses and the damage and the bad saves, I don't know how that happened. But you're still going. Anyways, we get through the fight. Eventually, there's a point where one of the Boule is underground. The kid is afraid of danger now because he's gotten a taste of death. Okay, he failed. He made a death save, but still.
So he understands mortality.
No, he stays away from the group, and I'm like, get over here. He's like, what? I'm like, get over here. Now, he's got a hard time focusing, but his focus started developing as he got closer and closer to death. And eventually, the air reminds him there's one missing, so he freaking hightails it back towards me. He runs back to the cleric, knowing that I am the safe spot in this game of tag. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, he dies in a few minutes, rounds. No, we win the fight. A few days of travel go on. Fine. We're doing good. We're all doing fine. He's a little more cautious. The kid's learning. Okay, he's learned from his reckless mistakes somewhat, but, well, there are moments when you go along, things are going smooth. Now, eventually, we reach a snowy peak and we see a dead dwarf in the distance. I, as a dwarf, want to give him proper rites and burial, so I move forward. And then, a group of Yeti show up. And you're thinking to yourself, this is where the story ends now. This is the midpoint. Now.
The midpoint.
Yes. Nothing too funny happened. If anything, it was more of an annoyance when I just cast Wall of Flame and I just kept them at bay. Song and Leia just laid into them. Eventually we scared off the Yeti. And I'm like, huh, that could have gone worse. It was actually pretty smooth. The only thing that really went to shit was when Uguay, he failed his save and he got paralyzed with fear. And he kind of sat out the fight. I felt so bad. But the cookie crumbles sometimes. Like that. Now we go on. We eventually reach a monastery. There's a trial passage. We gotta go and ride some Ramoreses. Ramoreses? I can't pronounce that. I'm sure Matt Mercer's been paid too. Now, this is where things start. This is where you know. This is the final part of the story, really. Okay?
Act 3.
Act 3, yes. Goes along for a while. We gotta ride these things. We make the checks, alright? Everyone makes it except Song. He gets some fire crotch. I don't think he'll have kids in a few weeks if he tries. But that's besides the point. Now, he keeps going around. He takes a couple of times damage. Nothing too serious. And eventually, we get thrown off the backs of remorse as we reach over peak. And we encounter a hatchling. The hatchling comes out. And so does the mom.
Oh, no.
Now, first round of combat. Pretty quick. There's a baby. Remorse. Our monk. He goes up, he decks that baby multiple times. He burns his hands. He's not having a good day. Leah does a few good hits. She does her archery and takes down a few. And then we make the bard, and I'm like, I tell him, you got to kill the baby. I show him a gif of Will Ferrell punching a baby in that movie, Zach Galifianakis. I don't know what it is, but that movie, that scene, that little clip has a special place in my heart because it's so dark and hilarious. And then Mom arrives. Now, Mom shows up, and the DM, he rolls in front of us. James, he's a good guy, and he rolls, and guess who his target is?
I'm guessing it's our monk friend.
Yes, our monk friend. The one time he went off in the group and go on his own. He gets bit by a horse. And, well, that's what shit hits the fan. Now, we go around and, I do a couple hits. Songs like crap. You know what? I'm a polymorph into something small so you can get out of its mouth. So he's like, alright, polymorph. Now, but here's a time when the stars just line up. Now, every time song is used, polymorph, it's always worked out. It's been beautiful. This was not one of those times.
Oh no! What
No,
do we do?
and the worst part was I recommended we polymorph the kid instead. We've turned Rin into a T-Rex, and he's fairly starting to work out. Save is we roll to save. That's gonna be an 18. I see him like look at his sheet, and he's like, oh. And then we didn't want this to happen, but I think a part of us on some level enjoyed it because that kid was on Oak that night or something, and he's a ball of fire, and he's just getting swallowed and everything.
Oh no!
DM, I can tell he's trying to steer away from a death. I can't describe it. You have to be there for this magical moment. You have to be there for when the realization that the turret is hit the propeller, you know? You gotta be there. I can't describe the words, the beauty, the build-up, the catharsis, the dread, the grief. Okay, and then he's getting swallowed. Now, we gotta try and get him out of his creature's beast before somebody has to kill him. Now, he's got one death save, and he's already in there. I convinced Song, I say, we gotta go bigger. He's like, what? Because usually our strategy is to turn the creature into something smaller and just toss it away. In this circumstance, it won't work because there's someone inside of it. So Song turns into a killer whale. We got another round of time to work. I open the mouth of the Remorse with a strength check, well, in whale form. I can't see our homeboy. I use locate creature. DM lets me. In circumstances, it probably wouldn't work normally. He says he's in the back in the midsection. And we're talking around, we're trying to figure out a way to save him. And then the DM's like, well, there's one thing you guys can do. We're all like, what? We're trying not to laugh. Well, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm laughing like I'm a hyena. He's like, you guys can just go. I'm like, what? He's like, listen, just resurrect him later. And so, Olio, the group of heroes and adventurers, decided to just leave him to die at that point. And we couldn't figure anything out. He would have suffered. We couldn't figure any method out to heal him, so we left him to die.
Oh my god!
And I feel so bad for laughing, but I also feel envy for the kid, okay? That is a great first character death. That is amazing. In hindsight, Song, Leah, and I agreed that we should just polymorph the kid. And I learned listen to Jenrick in fights. But that's okay, because after I healed the kid, I asked Rin, did you learn anything? He said no. Well, I learned something that day. Sometimes karma, she works her magic oh so subtly and oh so sweetly.
Oh god!
I know this isn't our usual content, and we don't even have usual content, but I just want to tell that story while it's fresh in my head. I've been smiling like a fiend for like 40 minutes and my face hurts. I am reverse traumatized. Sometimes you gotta love Adventure League and random chance in games. Thanks for watching.